Hello ladies and gentlemen, please be welcome to the first video of my channel. Now my name is Rafael Sparks and I have been putting this off for a while now, but since 2018 is here I have absolutely no more excuses for it. And the game I chose to start off with is Assassin's Creed Origins, which is a game that I just recently finished, and I have to say I love so many aspects of it. One of them are the Gladiator Arenas, which would be perfect if they just had a multiplayer mode for it. Now, if you haven't played the game yet, you'll see that there are two different Gladiator Arenas in two different cities, and both of them present different challenges that you can take on. And these challenges are each composed of 3 different fights and then a boss at the end. And that's exactly what we're gonna play today, so follow me! Now, here we are at the Krokodilopolis Gladiator Arena, or something like this. I actually have no idea how to spell that word, okay? So if you see here, you're gonna see 3 different kind of challenges: Friends, Arena, and Arena Elite events. We're gonna play here today the Arena Elite events, which are basically the same events as the first set, just with harder bosses and minions. And if you see here, you're gonna see that there are actually 3 different fights composed of many different enemies, and then at the end a boss, which are the brothers. We're gonna start off on a boss already to see how we do and to warm some up, and then we're gonna see what happens, okay? Now, in these arenas, you actually don't choose your equipment and you cannot use your own set. They give you a basic sword and shield or whatever that set of challenges gives you to play. And usually at the end of the boss, you have just a sword and plain shield, okay? Now, these 2 bosses, they are quite a pain in the ass. These are 2 Gaelic brothers, and you can see they you fight against both of them at the same time. And what they do is that you see here, he just grabbed me and he tries to push me against his brother with the big scythe. What they do then is try to pull me into that fire over there and give me a huge amount of damage. They also block a lot. They are nothing like the usual enemies in the game. I'm gonna try here a special, which you see doesn't take much away from their health at all, but is a good way to get some distance. And I'm trying to charge here my attack so I can I missed for an inch. You see, these are unblockable attacks. Now when the weapon glows like that, you can't avoid those attacks, and there's basically nothing you can do besides dodging them. You cannot parry and not anything, just really dodge and hope it doesn't reach you, which quite happens often with this scythe. When you play against them in the main story, you see, fuck. When you play against them in the main story, the NPC that helps you, she gives you a hint that says to try to pull them away from each other and actually tackle them separately, which isn't too easy to do when you're doing this alone. But as you can see, they quite give you some space. They're not like too bossy or too, you know, bully, but they're not, you see, they're not so easy as well. Now you see, I have fought them a few times on the main event, not the elite. This is the first time I'm playing them on elite, but the thing is, I'm already level 40, so they don't actually do much damage to me. So that's why you're probably seeing that it's not much of a challenge at all. But as we're gonna go up on this thing, you're gonna see that the challenges go much higher. What I think is cool about the game is that they changed a lot on the combat aspect, and I think it's just so much better. I mean, the combat on Assassin's Creed the way it was before, it was cool. I have nothing against it, But after so many Batmans and, you know, Mad Max and just so many games that Warner made or were I just forgot the word, sorry, and were maybe here we can finish him. And yes, we finished him. Now, one of the things that are cool about in this arena is that when you kill a boss, you have this prompt, and you can show them mercy or not. And just for the sake of it, I'm gonna show them some mercy, okay? But you know, we're just starting off this video, okay? As I was saying, the combat, I think it's just so much better here. They saturated a bit on the way the combat was before. After so many games, so many Batmans, and so many other games that Warner Brothers made or were inspired by those games, I think just a hack and slash with some dodging, blocking, and things that you can improve on is just so much better for these kind of games. That, I mean, maybe not just much better, but simply a fresh for this new gaming era, okay? And the second thing that we're gonna do here is going to the elite, the slaver. But to reach the boss, you actually have to do slaver 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna do the 3 on screen, and then I'm gonna just finish off the first and the second one, which is just very easy. And then we can jump onto the boss itself. The arenas also change every time you play. Not every time you play, sorry. Every challenge, every event is a different kind of arena. And most of these things that you can see here, you can actually interact with. Now you see, I haven't chose my weapon, and they gave me the set of a heavy axe and shield. The shield for this kind of weapon, it doesn't work when you're slashing, so you have to be really careful with it, and to block or parry you have to be consciously doing it, otherwise you're just gonna slash them and not have. And then here we have a special, can it connect, can we do a chain throw? No one in sight, just one archer remaining for this wave, you see? Good. So there are 3 waves each challenge, and when you finish one you get your health replenished, and when you tackle them from behind you actually have a critical hit. For this kind of weapon it's actually really easy, you just have to roll behind them and hit once, and most enemies will just die from it. If you hold the R2, ah fuck, I was concentrated. When you it's actually really hard to play and talk at the same time. I haven't realized that yet. I'm trying to speak. When you hold RT, you can do this kinds of attacks. Each weapon has a different attack. For the axe, the first swing, it actually makes the enemy roll to the side, and then you can hit their back. And the second one, if it connects, makes the enemy go to the ground, and it's just an easy pick from there. And that's the third event. Now, here we are at the last event of this arena, and that is the boss, the Slaver. As you see here, I have already done 1 and 2 behind the cameras, and I actually tried to record the boss itself, but I forgot to press the record button. So we will forgive me for that, and let's see if at least I can beat my high score. Now you see here, as the previous battle, it gives you a big axe and shield, and that behind there is the boss already fighting a Roman soldier, as it looks like. Who isn't doing so good himself, is he? Will we help? Nope. We're just gonna watch him die. Okay, so let's see how we do here. He isn't a hard boss by any means. Again, as I told you before, that is a low level if you're already at the max level. But what he tries to do here is to grapple you with his weapon and throw you against those spiked pillars. And that is exactly what we will try to avoid. He doesn't do much damage, but if he catches you unawares, that might hurt a little. See if we can push him here. And he doesn't look like he wants to be pushed, and actually we ended up hitting those ourselves. But he's already behind medium health, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. Let's try to do some fancy dodging here so he doesn't hit us, and we can hit him from behind. Doesn't have a reach. He grabbed me. You see, he tried to push me against those, and if you connect, you break those for extra damage. That isn't really good. See if we can finish him off here, and yes, we did. And this guy is a jerk, so we will be finishing him off. No mercy. Guys, that's it for today. I thank you very much for sticking to the end, if you did. And I hope you enjoyed it somehow. That is the first time, so many things will be changed. I hope to improve for the next videos. I intend to do 4 Assassin's Creed Origins, at least maybe 2 or 3 more videos. One with the next Gladiator Arena, one with the elephants, and maybe one with at least 1 or 2 of those God challenges. Okay, so if you did enjoy, please leave a like, give me your subscribe, and comment below what you think I can improve, what you liked, what you didn't like. Anything will be a great help. So thank you and see you next time.